For more on the fallout in Puerto Rico and the political crisis facing it, I'm joined now by Julio Ricardo Varela, the founder of Latino Rebels, a website focused on U.S. Latino issues. So, Julio, let's begin with what is happening right now on the ground, and then just want to get your reaction to the governor's, speech, if you will, his message to the people on Sunday.
Well, right now on the ground in Puerto Rico, mostly in the San Juan area, the largest protest in the history of modern Puerto Rican history is happening. If you look at the videos, there's clearly more than 1 million people. To put it in perspective, the population of Puerto Rico is about 3.2, 3.3 million. So it's safe to say, a third of the people that are in Puerto Rico right now are protesting. And this is also including other cities outside of San Juan, other actions. I mean, one of the hashtags today is Paro Nacional, which means national strike. And that's been trending, as well as the trending hashtag Ricky Renuncia, which means Ricky, named for Ricardo Rosselló, to resign. It's been mostly peaceful. I have people on the ground. There's, people dancing. There's people walking around. There's some people going to Fortaleza. There hasn't been that much of confrontations or anything. It's more of the sheer magnitude. This happening in Puerto Rico now is just historic.
Now, we saw a lot of people sort of take to the streets after this sort of Chatgate, this text scandal that took place. But are all these protests centered just on the governor, or were there a lot of issues brewing before this leak, a lot of underlying issues that has caused this to explode?
The underlying issue is colonialism. I mean, there's no other way to put this. Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. It has decades of problems over corruption, a political class that's mostly white, male, and privileged, that has literally been using the government of Puerto Rico for their own personal benefit ahead of the Puerto Rican people. What you're seeing right now with the group chat, that's sort of the powder keg that kind of set it all, that people reacted to. The reaction has been organic. It has not been organized, even though the governor of Puerto Rico has falsely claimed that this is being organized by United States socialist forces and forces out of Venezuela. I'm told right now that he is actually going to be on Fox News via some tweets that I just got, that he's going to be on Fox News in the next hour, which seems to be a little bit of a weird play by him, considering that he has decided not to seek re-election, not to become the president, resign being the president of his political party, which everyone expected, but he has clearly stood his ground. I don't expect him to walk away from all this. He has shown defiance. He has welcomed the impeachment process that is just beginning to start. We're starting to see the foundations of that. But it's very clear today that the people of Puerto Rico are speaking. They continue to speak. And this is not going to go away until the governor of Puerto Rico leaves.
We have about a minute left. I want to ask you about the economic impact. Tourism, a huge industry there. It's been, slow going since the hurricanes, and now cruise ships are bypassing their stops in Puerto Rico. Could this be enough to sway Rosselló?
The problem is, any day Ricardo Rosselló is in office is a bad day for Puerto Rico right now, not only for Puerto Rican politics, Puerto Rican society, for any semblance of an economy that has come after a post-Hurricane Maria recovery. He is just creating problems, more and more problems for Puerto Rico, both locally and internationally. There's no credibility to this government right now. And people tend to forget that there's a fiscal control board that right now is creating austerity measures in Puerto Rico that has kind of been silent in all this. So Ricardo Rosselló, if he does not understand that what he is doing is literally destroying any semblance of legitimacy or credibility for Puerto Rico as a government or the Puerto Rican people, that's what we're talking about right now. And the corruption needs to stop.
All right, Julio Ricardo Varela in Boston, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.